Hey guys, what's up? I'm not gonna wave, that's gross. Hey guys, what's up? It's Emily Keefe. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I'm just gonna be going through 5 very simple habits that help me balance my job and being an artist and just help me generally maintain a good creative flow from day to day so that I'm ready to take on whatever the world has to throw at me. Let's get into it. So we all know being an actor or being an artist can be very difficult. There's a lot of things you have to balance if you're trying to bring in your own cash flow and you're also trying to have time to have energy and space to pursue creative projects, even if that's an audition or writing a short film or something like that. Jobs can be very demanding, making money can be very demanding, and I think it's really easy for actors that have to do that to burn out. And so I really think that these 5 habits are just really helpful in terms of conserving your energy and avoiding burnout. These 5 habits really just enable me to run my business, make YouTube videos, do auditions well, have enough time to prepare for them, write short films, produce other films, keep me grounded and ready. When an audition comes my way, I have enough time to memorize my lines, read the script, research people involved, make good choices, and honestly just have fun and play. Things are not generally rushed for me, and I'm doing this all in the middle of supporting myself and making enough money, which requires me doing tasks that are more administrative and less creative. So these habits really enable me to bounce back and forth between those two mindsets with ease, clarity, and honestly, sometimes fun. These may seem like very simple habits, but I really think if you form these habits and get into them for a month or so, you'll find that you can really engage with your childlike imagination while still having to do all of these adult responsibilities, which can really weigh you down and make it difficult to be creative and engage in that part of yourself when you need to. So the number 1 habit is getting sleep. Having a regular sleep schedule. It is just the most crucial element. Like, we're talking about connecting our brain cells and like wanting creative flow. Like, you need sleep. Your body and brain needs to be energized so that you're able to have the energy to do all of this. And I know it seems simple, but it's the one thing that I think creative people that have to support themselves don't prioritize. Having really good morning and night routines are an excellent way to get enough sleep. There should be a time in the morning when you get up and another time in the morning when you start work. There should be, like, I would say at least an hour and a half in between getting up and starting work. You really need to transition your body into starting the day, energizing yourself, being awake, instead of just jumping into work. This is not good. You need to get your body and mind in a place where you can really gear up for the work. If you just get out of bed and start work, you're not giving your brain enough time to wake up, and you're just gonna start like on the mix, honestly. It's a really bad habit to get into. It's a really bad way to start the day. You wanna start your day calmly. And then obviously getting into a good night routine is equally as valuable. Knowing when your work is done, when you're transitioning into calm again. Transitioning in and out of work is crucial to getting sleep. You just need to get yourself in a place where you can gear up for the workday and then also transition out of it. Engaging in your 5 senses is really helpful here. So in the morning, you know, what sight makes you feel geared up for the day? Like, I like a really clean space. What smell makes you feel geared up for the day? Coffee, essential oils, the taste of coffee, taste of toothpaste, touch, putting on workout clothes. What's the other one? Sound, music. Also, you know, exercising in the morning is a really great way for me to wake up my body and give my mind enough time to kind of wake up. And then I love cooking dinner at night. Like, that's my transition period out of work. It gives me enough time to, I'm still doing something, but it's something that's relaxing. So it's just a nice way to say I'm done with work, and then once dinner is done, it's like, I'm done. I hope I could cut something together with that. The second habit is limiting screen time and replacing mindless scrolling with reading. I'm not saying never go on your phone. I'm not saying never go on TikTok and scroll. You can do these things in moderation and with intention. Whenever you pick up your phone, ask yourself, what is my intention? And if there is none, pick up a book and read. There are so many times I pick up my phone, as I'm sure like we all do, and I just have no idea why I'm picking up my phone. Even if I pick up my phone and I say, you know what, I want to scroll on TikTok for 5 minutes because I need that in my life, that's fine. But just know that that's your intention and set a time limit for it. If you're just picking up your phone and you have no reason for it, pick up a book instead. I feel like mindless scrolling really inhibits my imagination and it stuns my creative flow. It just completely like cancels out all of my thoughts and puts me into this weird cycle of checking every app like 10 times for no reason. It just kind of like shuts everything that I had going for me that day down, whereas picking up a book actively engages your imagination. You're getting into storytelling. A lot of times I'll imagine, oh, like if I played this part, what choices would I make? What would it look like? You're really getting into something that is allowing you to imagine things. So if you're on a break of some kind, read a book. Don't go on your phone. Number 3 is taking time off. This is so important to avoiding burnout. Taking time off can come in small doses, like spending 25 minutes on a task and then taking a 5-minute break. It's called Pomodoros. They are very popular in the productivity planner, which I love. I don't use the productivity planner anymore, but that's one thing that I've taken from it. Anytime I sit down to do a task, I set my timer for 25 minutes and then I take a 5-minute break. And then when I come back to the task, I have kind of like a renewed energy to me if I wasn't sure about an email that I was writing or a script that I was working on or something like that. I kind of can sit down and see it with a fresh pair of eyes just from 5 minutes of relaxing. Whether that means going into the kitchen, making myself a cup of tea, reading a chapter of a book, taking a walk around the block, taking 5-minute breaks every 25 minutes is so important. And then of course in the middle of the day, you know, take a full lunch break. Like give yourself a good 45 minutes to just veg. Take that time for yourself, because if you just work through the whole, like no one's meant to work for 8 hours straight. That's ridiculous. I know that I'm speaking from a place of I work from home, and so you might have a job where you're not able to do this, and that really is a problem. We need breaks. We are more productive when we have breaks. If I were to work 8 hours all the way through versus 4 hours with breaks in between, I would be more productive in those 4 hours than 8 hours all the way through, because every hour that goes by that you don't take a break, I feel like my brain just becomes less and less productive. I'm picking up on less and less stimuli. Like I don't care about what I'm doing when I don't take breaks. If you're feeling overwhelmed with a task, walking away from it is important. It's actually going to make you more productive with that task than sitting down and trying to complete it all in that second. Go work out, go for a walk, go eat something, go call a friend. Take a few, give yourself some space from it, and then get back to it. You don't want to get yourself in a situation where you're working like 16 hours straight with no break. My neighbors are so loud. It's also important during the week to have days off. You should not be working 7 days a week. I even try, because I work for myself, to give myself like half a day, sometimes a full day off in the middle of the week, because it's so helpful to me for the days where I'm working. Like the more days off I have, the more productive I feel like I am when I'm actually working. Again, I work for myself. These are choices that I can make for myself. If you want to know how to start your own business, I made a video about that, so I'll put that here. Working for myself really enables me to take the time off that I need when I'm feeling like I'm about to reach burnout, or even well before I'm about to reach burnout. The 4th habit is decluttering my mind. The actual habit that I have formed to do this is anytime I have something that comes up, like, oh shoot, I have to do this. That happens throughout the day all the time for me, because I'm always working on like 15,000 different projects. I'll have an idea for my business when I'm working on a script, or I'll have an idea for my script when I'm working on an audition. As soon as I get the idea, you have to have somewhere to write it down, whether that's in a journal, in your phone somewhere, on a calendar, to-do list. Have somewhere to write down these little ideas that you get, or reminders that you have for yourself, that you can just kind of put down as soon as you get it, and then you'll know where it is and you can refer to it in the morning when you're checking your emails, and then incorporate that into your schedule for the day or like for that week. I feel like as creatives, like when we do end up engaging in creative flow and having creative flow, we get all of these ideas, and sometimes it's really overwhelming and we have no idea where to put all of them, and having a place for hodgepodge ideas that I get during the day that I have no idea what to do with. And then maybe every morning you kind of just go through that and place it on your to-do list somewhere. That is super, super helpful. I just have a running to-do list on my iCal, on my calendar. I have an event on Sundays where I put all of my to-do list for the week and then I schedule it in. I can have a section that's like needs to be scheduled and I'll just throw it in there. You know, having clear lists, having clear inboxes, having clear calendars, these are all going to declutter your mind and make it easier for you to have a creative flow. Because if you have all these ideas in your mind and know where to put them, that's really going to interrupt whatever you're currently working on. And the most important thing is that whatever you're currently working on is getting your full 100% undivided attention and energy. And then of course, number 5 is decluttering your space. I know a lot of artists, I don't know, I feel like a lot of artists I know tend to be a little bit more messy, free flow, etc., etc. If you're living in a clear space, like you know where everything is, everything's clean, it just makes you more functional. If you need to find clothes for an audition, for example, but your clothes are all over your room and they're not put away in the right space, that's gonna take time for you to find the clothes. Whereas if you just had all of your clothes put away, you know exactly, oh, I'm playing a legal professional in this audition, well, I can go right to my blazer section in my closet and it's right there. It's so functional when your space is clean and decluttered. Get rid of things you don't need. Like I'm not like a super like crazy minimalist, but I really have gone through and gotten rid of like 70% of the things that I had when I was in college and like high school. I think if you're in your 20s, it's a really, really good idea to just take stock in your general inventory and really ask yourself, are these items serving me? Do they make me happy? Do they bring me joy? And if the answer is no, get rid of them. Donate them, sell them, clear your space, clear your mind. If you have all of this crap from God knows when that you're never using, and then you can't get to the stuff that you actually need because you have so much stuff that's just piled on everything, it's gonna really create a situation where you use your energy to find things when you don't have that energy, and it's gonna get in the way of your creative flow. So yeah, those are 5 very, very simple habits that have really, really helped me balance being an actor and having my own business in a way that I would never be able to do what I do without doing these 5 things. The book Atomic Habits by James Clear, read that. If you're unsure of like how to start a habit or like you're not good at forming habits, that book is a great place to start. You don't have to do all of these habits right now. Try one for 2 weeks, then add another, then add another. Like I said, being an artist is hard. Supporting yourself as an artist is hard. And doing those things while creating a lifestyle that is easy or feels easy and feels like you can really play within that is really difficult. But I really think that these 5 habits have enabled me to do that, and so I hope that sharing them with you has helped. I do plan on making like more specific videos on these 5 habits and just kind of how I do each one eventually. So if there's any habits that you have more curiosity about, feel free to leave a comment down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Bye.